everyone, this is Miss Time Bunny and I am today doing the spooky Halloween tag video just because I can, for lols, because it's Halloween. Or at least it's the month of terror, as Caddy would put it. So yeah, I've got sort of, how many questions have we got here, dears? We've got 30 questions altogether, but hopefully I should be able to get through this sort of like fairly quickly without it taking too long. But I will list all the questions down below if anyone wants to take part. Just for funsies, we will go for it. Right, question number 1. Favourite horror or Halloween themed song? I've gone for a couple of movie theme tunes that are kind of like spooky and Halloweeny related. I've gone for the Ghostbusters theme tune and also the Halloween theme tune from the movie. So it's like I mean, some might argue that maybe they don't count, but I thought that's the only ones I could really think that are kind of spooky and Halloween related, you know, but so I thought, sod it, I'm going to go for it, you know. Right, number 2. Name something you wouldn't want to run into in a dark forest or in an abandoned building. A ventriloquist dummy, because I hate the fuckers. I really don't like them, because it's like, they just really creep me out for some reason. I really don't know why, but I just like, no. So I think running into Slappy from Goosebumps would be my absolute worst nightmare. I'd be like, no, don't like it. So yeah, if anyone wants to scare the shit out of me, just throw a ventriloquist dummy near me. Right, number 3. Have you ever played with a Ouija board? No, because I'm not that stupid. Number 4. Favourite Hollywood... We'll try that again. Favourite horror movie... We'll try that again. Third time lucky. Favourite horror monster or villain? That took too long. Freddy Krueger. That really wasn't worth it, was it? Oh dear, so I couldn't talk today. Right, number 5. Creepiest thing that has ever happened while you were alone. I don't think I've ever really had sort of like anything sort of like really creepy happen to me, to be honest. Not like, I'm not talking about sort of like doors opening and shutting or things flying off shelves or anything like that, so yeah, nothing that I can really think of that's happened to me, so my life's a bit boring really. Right, number 6. If you were dared to spend a night in a haunted house, would you do it? To be honest, it would really depend on the house and what kind of reward I was going to get out of it, you know. So if someone said like, oh, I'll give you like $10 million if you go and sort of stay there tonight or something like that, then it's like, might think about it, you know. Number 7. Are you superstitious? It's like, well, I kind of used to be when I was younger, but not really anymore, you know. I don't know if it was more of a, I was just young and naive and a bit silly, but not anymore. Right, number 8. Do you see figures in your peripheral vision? Sometimes I do, like I might see sort of kind of like dark shapes kind of like move around sort of the edges of my vision, or that almost look like they're people, but then obviously as soon as I'm like, they're gone, you know, so I don't know whether it's just like a trick of the light or my just brain interpreting things weirdly, but yeah, sometimes I do. Right, number 9. Which urban legend scares you the most? To be honest, I haven't really, I don't think, heard any that have sort of scared me in any way. There's been a few that have been like quite interesting, but not any that have like scared me per se. Right, number 10. Do you prefer gore or thrillers? Personally, thrillers, because I'm not really into gore, especially when it's like gore for the sake of it. Like sort of like, oh look at us, we're gonna have blood and guts everywhere. I'm just like, nah, you know. So, for example, I much preferred the novel of the original Japanese The Ring by Koji Sasuke. That was really good, and it like really sort of like got into my brain and played on my mind for like days afterwards once I finished it. Right. Number 11. Do you believe in multiple dimensions or worlds? Yes. You know, just yes. I like to believe there's other stuff going on and it's not just us here on Earth. Number 12. Ever made a potion of any sort? No. Number 13. Do you get scared easily? Yes, I do, because I'm a big pussy. Number 14, have you ever played Bloody Mary? No, because as I said before, I'm a big pussy. Number 15, do you believe in demons, the devil? Kind of, I do kind of sort of like believe in that kind of stuff, like maybe not in a traditional sense, but I do kind of believe in that sort of thing. Right, number 16, you're home alone but you hear footsteps in your house. What do you do? To be honest, like, if I heard footsteps where there was like no other people in the house, I would just assume it's one of the pets, because we got 2 dogs, 2 cats, and we got like a bunch of like reptiles and such like, so I would just assume it's probably one of them moving about. Right, number 17, if you got trapped in one scary movie, which one would you choose? I went for the Puppet Master, because I would somehow convince the puppets to basically look out for me, like protect me from people. And some of those puppets are like seriously cool. Right, number 18, if you could only wear one Halloween costume for the rest of your life, what would you be? I would say probably like a sort of like a glamorous looking sort of like witch or something like that, because then I could just wear pretty goth dresses all year, so I'm down with that. Right, number 19, would you ever go to a graveyard at night? Yes, and I've actually done that as well, because why not? Lols, as it were. Number 20, in a zombie apocalypse, what would you be your weapon of choice? Mine would probably be a machete, because I was thinking from the point of view you would probably like use rocks and bricks to try and keep it as sharp as possible, and they would probably be a bit more readily available than say like ammunition for a gun, you know. So, I mean, okay, it would mean you'd have to get up a bit close to the zombies, but if it was maybe only like, say like 1 or 2 zombies, you could maybe sort of like go in and like chop one up and then maybe dodge and duck and then go and tap the other one, sort of thing, you know. Because I would probably just do my best to keep out the way of the zombies as much as possible. Right, 21. Would you rather go to a Halloween party or go trick-or-treating? Right, so depending on location of the party and who was going to be there and that, I probably would prefer a Halloween party. Right, number 22. You're in a horror movie. You are the final girl, you're in a horror movie. Are you the final girl, the first one to die, the comic relief, the skeptic, smart one, or the killer? I would probably be the smart one, because I would be the one sort of like advising people on like the sort of best things to do on how to survive and stuff like that. Especially if it was more of like a zombie kind of like movie. I'd be like saying to people, right, we need to sort of preserve ammunition, supplies, we need to get ourselves somewhere secure, etc. I'd be that person. Failing that, I'd probably be like, if it was just a traditional slasher horror movie, I'd probably be the first one to die, because I'd probably do something really stupid. Number 23, do you have to watch something happy after watching a horror movie so you can sleep? Depending on the type of horror movie it was, sometimes yes, because obviously if it was something really just like, that's really got into my head, sometimes I do have to watch something a bit more light-hearted afterwards. Right, number 24. Whilst watching scary movies, are you the person who yells at the characters, the person with their eyes covered the whole time, or the person who falls asleep? I'd probably be the one getting cross because of everyone being stupid. Like, oh, you should seriously, you should hear me like watching bloody like zombie movies, because I get so mad at people wasting bloody ammo. That is my massive bugbear. I'm like, what are you doing, you idiots? You know, I get so mad about it. I can't help it. It's just one of my really massive bugbears. Right, number 25. Are you the one who gets scared or the one who does the scaring? I'm probably the one who gets scared, because I'm a big pussy and things play up my mind. I hate things like jump scares, you know. So, as you've probably established. Right. Number 26. Favourite scary book? As I mentioned earlier, Ring by Koji Suzuki. That was a really good book. So, sod all of these bloody American shitty remakes, you know. Right. 27. How old were you when you saw your first horror movie? Now, to be honest, I couldn't strictly remember how old I was, but I was going to take a guess and probably say like early teens when I probably saw something like that, because I vaguely remember watching Army of Darkness at a sleepover, so I think it probably was my early teens. 28. What was your first Halloween costume? Now, sort of, for those of you that like know who the Backstreet Boys are and you've seen the music video to Backstreet's Back, I actually sort of did AJ's Phantom of the Opera costume. That was my first ever one because I went to a friend's Halloween party, so that's what I did. I went as the sort of Phantom of the Opera, and I think my sister went as a vampire. So yeah, we got very influenced by that video. Right, number 29. What are you going to do for Halloween this year? To be honest, I really don't know, because it depends on things like work and if I get invited anywhere, stuff like that. So I honestly haven't planned anything yet. By the time this video comes out, I may have planned something, but as of sort of like time of recording, I don't know. Right, last question, number 30. If you could have a spooky Halloween pet, black cat, owl, bat, rat or wolf, what would you pick? Black cat. And we actually used to have a black cat called Salem. So yes, black cat. Because just, yeah, black cat. Failing that, I'd probably have a wolf, you know. Just either or, I'm good. Right, that is that. I hope you enjoyed this. I know I whizzed through this a bit quickly because I didn't want the video to drag on too long. So I've tried to make it a bit more bump, bump, bump. This is what the answers are. But I will list everything down in the description if anyone wants to do this for lols, you know. I'm guessing you don't necessarily have to do this strictly for Halloween if you wanted just to do it for generally, especially any of like YouTubers in the alternative or goth community. You know, if you guys want to go for it, you know, you knock yourselves out. But anyone who wants to do it just for funsies for Halloween, you know, go for it. I'm not going to sort of like say like, oh, I'm going to tag these people, you know, just whoever wants to do it, just have a bit of fun with it. So on that note, I'm going to end here. And I hope you've enjoyed this. Sort of like, yep, as usual, like, share, subscribe if you do. Please do support the channel if you financially can do. All my links are down there. I accept a few different things, but if you can't financially subscribe, please just, you know, share this video with your friends, like it, etc. You know, because just being here, I really do appreciate it. So. And on that note, I am going to leave you all, and I hope you all have a good Halloween, and I'll see you all soon.